It's really kind of late, but trust me, you probably have all of these ingredients in your house anyway, so I figured we'd kind of share a little something with you. Something you can share with your loved ones tonight. Hot chocolate. Who doesn't like hot chocolates? Chocolate. And the kids are there. I'm sure they'll love it too. But here's the great part about it. I'm going to show you how to make some adult hot chocolate. Your hot chocolate can be jazzed up. The kids will be there. They'll have no idea that you put a little something in yours. Okay? I'm going to show you how to make 4 different kinds. So we're going to start with play on an Almond Joy. Then we're going to play on a Shirley Temple. Then we're going to play on Peppermint Patty. And then we'll just do a spiked hot chocolate. Sounds good? Good. Okay then. Now I'm going to be making the hot chocolate from scratch. You don't have to do that. You can actually go out and get the packets if you want to. I have the packets in my house. I just chose to, I guess, do things the hard way today. But you can use the packets because all we're going to be doing is making the hot chocolate separate and then just add the ingredients to it. That's it. The little flavoring. So you can choose to do it this way or use your little packets. Okay? I have some almond butter, coconut flakes, cinnamon, and nutmeg. That's going to be used, and a little bit of coconut flavoring, and that's going to be used for the Almond Joy. Then I have a little bit of red velvet skinny syrup. These are going to be like dessert drinks, so I guess we added something skinny. Skinny red velvet syrup, a little bit of grenadine, which you actually would put in a Shirley Temple. Some cherry pie filling that we're going to be using. A little bit of whipped cream. Some vodka over here, and that's for the Shirley Temple. Now for the peppermint patty, we have some peppermint flavoring. If you don't have peppermint flavoring in your house, that's okay. I'm going to tell you what you do. You got some peppermint candy? You got some candy canes? Perfectly fine. Take them candy canes, throw it in a pot with a little bit of water to cover it up, cut the fire down low, and make that candy cane, cover it up, let that candy cane melt, check it, make sure it don't stick at the bottom of your pot, and once it's all liquefied, you got peppermint flavoring. So, but I do have some peppermint flavoring, so I'm going to use it. The candy cane is just going to be for garnish. We have some whipped cream, because what's hot chocolate without whipped cream? And we have some marshmallows, because what's hot chocolate without marshmallows? Some chocolate syrup, and then once again that good old overproof Jamaican rum. I have 2 cups of cocoa powder and sweetened condensed milk, and then in the pot on the stove I have a half a gallon of almond vanilla milk. And I only use almond because we don't drink regular milk. I haven't for about a good 5 years now. But if you use regular milk, that's perfectly fine also. My only warning for you if you use regular milk is because of the fat content in it. It's easier to burn. And you don't want it to come to a boil either, because if you let it come to a boil, it will break apart and curdle, kind of get that cottage cheese kind of look. So you want to make sure that if you're using regular milk, you keep a close eye on it, keep your fire down low, and stir it. And when it gets hot, it gets hot. Cut it off. Okay, so we're going to get to making hot chocolate. And it's 3 simple ingredients. The milk, the cocoa powder, and I'm going to bring a little bit of sweetness to it with the condensed milk. Just because it's a dessert drink. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I have cocoa powder. Cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. Okay, and I have the milk here on the stove, and basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be, this is 2 cups, so I'm gonna pour it in slowly and mix slowly. So, kind of like you're making gravy. And the juice is really just incorporated. You don't have to, I don't want to pour it all in there because I didn't want it to clump up. Because cocoa can act like flour and start to clump. So the gist is to not make it all clumped up. You can use less cocoa if you want. I use 2 cups because I like my cocoa kind of cocoa-y. The honest truth is I'm one of those ones that making hot cocoa, I don't use 1 pack. I like 2. So make sure you mix it real good. Get all them clumps out of there. Just kind of take it up against the end. That's one of the good things about working with like almond milk too. Not only will the almond milk also give a little extra flavor to it, and it's vanilla flavored almond milk that I'm using, but also doesn't quite act like the regular milk, so the natural fat content isn't there, so it doesn't, kind of helps with the sticking together and clumping together process. Smooths out a little easier. Okay, I think I've just about got it all. It's already smelling like hot cocoa. And this will do about maybe 6 to 8 servings. I do have my oven on. And the reason why I have my oven on is because we're going to put some marshmallows on top, but we want to make the marshmallows fun. So yes, we're going to, just for the sake of that, throw the cups in there with the marshmallow. We're going to put it under the broiler and toast them up. And I'm going to show you how to do that once we get to that point. So the hot cocoa is a mixing. Let me tell you how sweet this is going to be. Sweet, but bitter because it's raw cocoa. But I think as adults, we can kind of handle that bitter edge. It gives a little nice kick with the drink. With the kids, you might want to cut back a little bit or just make the packets for them. They'll have no idea. So I'm going to use 1 standard size of condensed milk. We're going to use the whole thing. Should be using, I'm like programmed to use a rubber spatula when I'm at work. It's like any little bit of crumbs, a little bit of residue in the pan, that's dollars. That's dollars. Scrape your pan with a rubber spatula. So I'm doing it. I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this with a spoon. I should be using a rubber spatula. But anyway, I cheated today. Okay, see? Just about nice and clump free. Yep. Looking like hot chocolate. So what we're going to do is, because we don't want to pour too much hot chocolate in the cup and then not be able to get the ingredients in. So we're going to get the ingredients in the cup first. Then come back and top it off with hot chocolate. So this is nice and hot. I'm not even going to really bring it to a boil. You can see the steam rising out of it. It's hot. We don't have to make sure it gets to 350 degrees and burn up your guest's mouth or yours. Nothing worse than having the top of your mouth burnt up anyway. So I'm gonna. Okay. Not too sweet, but nicely there. So this, once again, is just a ½ gallon of milk and 2 cups of coconut powder, coconut powder. I can't even get my thoughts straight. Cocoa powder. And 1 standard can of condensed milk, 14 ounces. Sometimes they're 16 ounces, depending on what company you go with. All right, I cut it off. You see it's still boiling. My stove is still cooking. So we're going to go back over to the other side of the kitchen. And I'm going to show you what to put in all your 4 different cups. Okay? Okay, so we got the hot cocoa over there cooking and it's piping hot. And then now we're going to work on our 4 different types of hot chocolate. I'm only making 1 cup of each because obviously it's not New Year's technically yet. So I gotta wait a little bit before I actually make a whole bunch, but I'm just gonna make a cup for you to see. And so we're gonna start with the Almond Joy version. I already went ahead and I put a tablespoon of that almond butter. It's creamy almond butter into the into my cup. Can you see it? That's the creamy almond butter. Okay, and so I did that with just a little bit of the vodka. Just like a tablespoon of the vodka, because the vodka is what's going to go with the Almond Joy anyway. And the reason why I did that is just to kind of loosen it up. Because, of course, it's almond butter. It's like a butter. It's thick. So you want to be able to mix it out in the drink. And so we're going to go ahead and kind of start an assembly line. It's all nice and mixed creamy, so it'll be able to incorporate a little bit better now. So we're going to start an assembly line. And basically how it's going to be is the almond and the peppermint will get the vodka. The Shirley Temple and the regular spiked will get the rum. Okay, so I'm going to use a shot glass, and basically we're going to put just a shot of vodka in the first 2 cups. Don't worry about an assembly line or it getting cold. First of all, you don't want to burn your guest's mouth up. That's the first thing. The second thing is it's going to go back in the oven for a few seconds, so it'll be okay. That hot chocolate is piping hot, so it'll be all right. And you want them to be able to drink it and enjoy it. I mean, yeah, it's hot chocolate, but you don't want them to be there. So it's okay. It's okay. You want them to be able to drink it. So in the second 2 glasses, y'all have to bear with me. This is my day-to-day profession, so I'm used to building on an assembly line. We're working it out. Okay. All right. So we're just going to build the almond first. Of course, like I said, there's the almond paste in there. And as I throw what goes in there, I'm going to put it to the side. There is no specific measurements. You're just going to put a dab of nutmeg. A dab of cinnamon. Because cinnamon don't want to come out. And I have a coconut flavoring. I chose to use the coconut flavoring because I have the almond milk, I have the condensed milk, and I have all of that type of stuff. But listen to me. If you can't find coconut flavoring, then guess what? Use some coconut cream. You can't find coconut cream? Look, just throw the almond into every other flavoring you got in there, some nutmeg, some cinnamon, and call it a day. They won't care a bit. But I'm just going to put a little dab of the coconut flavoring in there also. And that is it. A little bit packs a big punch. Hot chocolate is going to be mixed in with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the hot chocolate to this. Top it off, show you how it does. And I have a pan that's sitting in the oven. I'm just going to put them on the pan, and as I finish, I'll broil them all at one time. All right, maybe there. So, heading over to the stove. Okay, let me get a paper towel. All right. So, you see how nice and rich this hot chocolate is. Ooh-wee. Rich, rich, rich. And so we're just gonna top it off. Top it off. You don't want to overfill the cup though, because we're gonna add a little bit of garnish to it. So that's it. Mix it on up. That coconut, if you take a look at the consistency, that almond butter kind of gave it a real nice creamy consistency. See? So whoever is in love with almond and coconut, they're gonna be in love with you. I'll just stick this spoon to the side. And put that one there. That's that one. It's done. It's really not that hard. I told you it's not. So the second one is the peppermint. Once again, I got peppermint flavoring. So a shot of vodka. The peppermint flavoring. I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of the flavoring. But you do however amount of flavoring you want. The peppermint flavoring. Bam. And you guessed it. Hot cocoa. So, once again, in we go. Don't want to fill it up too much. Mix it, mix it, mix it. I'm going to take it right over here and line it up. Now, make sure you keep up with the cups. Make sure you do, okay? That's why I'm putting them back right in the order in which I took them out. Okay. Peppermint, almond, peppermint. Okay, so the next one is going to have a little bit more to deal with. I'm not going to use this because I don't want to get the peppermint flavoring in there. But it's basically you're going to put a splash of this red velvet flavoring. Just a splash of this red velvet flavoring. I said, oh, I didn't take this off. I thought I did. Just a splash. There you go. A splash of grenadine. Ooh. And yes, we're going to actually put a little bit of this chocolate, this cherry pie filling right inside of it. That's about a tablespoon's worth, just to make it exciting. It's supposed to be a Shirley Temple, remember? So, that's it. And once again, say it with me, hot chocolate. Add hot chocolate. Okay. Based on the measurements, I guess on the serving sizes, it's saying that you should be able to do 6 to 8, but I'm thinking you could do more. So, mix that up again. They'll have a tasty little treat while they drink it. A little chunk of cherry here, a little chunk of cherry there. Okay. I'm going to clean the cup up, of course. Put it back in the same spot. Don't want nobody having an allergic reaction on the day of they're at your house for dinner. Okay. Or whatever it is that you're doing. Okay. This is just a plain old spiked hot chocolate. So what do we have in here? Rum and hot chocolate. That's about it. There's nothing fancy going in this one. You know, that's it. Top it off with hot chocolate. And mix it up and stir it. That is it. I'm going to take some paper towel to clean them up. You see I kept them in line. Get some paper towel to clean the glass up. Got to keep it looking kind of good, right? Yeah. Alright. Clean it up. Clean it up. It's just gonna be so good. Okay, so don't have to make it neat and fine. So what we're gonna do, here it is. Like I said, you can't have hot cocoa without marshmallows, so I'm gonna top them all with marshmallows. That's it. Just put as much marshmallows as you want. That's how much I want. By the time I finish, trust me, there will be no marshmallows in this cup. They will all be in these 4 cups. Ooh. All right, hot chocolate. Okay, top our Almond Joy, whatever you want to call it, off with a little bit of coconut flakes. There we go. Just a little bit of coconut flakes. Then you're going to take a little bit of your nutmeg and sprinkle it right on top. That's it. Alright. Then, sprinkle a little bit more. I think that could take a little bit more. Okay. Next one is the peppermint. I'm not going to put the peppermint in the oven, but we are going to garnish with the peppermint. So we're going to wait till it comes out of the oven. So we're going to leave that one the way it is. Then it's the play on the Shirley Temple. We are going to put this on top. Just a little bit here and there. That's all. Okay. And then with your regular old spiked hot chocolate, leave it alone. Just once again, do not, and I repeat, do not mix them up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the oven. All 4 of them, I'm going to line them up in a way that I can identify them. And I'm just going to cut the broiler on high. And it's just going to be that way for just a few minutes just to get the marshmallows to puff up for me. That's about it. Okay. I didn't really get a whole lot of time to clean up because this is quick. The process is quick. So keep an eye on your broiler. So let me get them out. Take them back out in the order I put them in. So this is Almond Joy, Peppermint, Shirley Temple, Shoyle, and just a plain old spiked hot chocolate. This one was on the end. It didn't get as much love. That's okay. Off. All right. So we're gonna just leave our Almond Joy the way it is. Leave our peppermint the way it is. The cherry, the Shirley Temple, I'll put just a little bit more cherry on top. Show it a little bit more love. Ooh, we oozing out the side now. See, that's why I ain't fill it all the way up. The plain old one, got some whipped cream. All right. All right. Dust it with a little nutmeg. That's good. Anyway, come out. A little nutmeg. Drizzle me with a little chocolate. There you go. And we done. Spiked hot chocolate, look. Now me, I want another little cherry on here. Now this just gonna overdo it on them, but I'll make sure not to fill theirs up like that. But that is it. Doesn't it look good? Oh, I forgot one more thing. Y'all ain't even remind. You ain't remind me, y'all. Hey. I opted to go with the smaller ones because after looking back at the bigger ones, it's like, whoa, that's too big. So, there we go. That is our adult hot chocolate. Now you can make the kids hot chocolate, stick a peppermint in there, and they will never know. Make them one, dust some nutmeg on the top, they'll never know. Throw them some cherry on top of one, they'll never know. And throw them some chocolate on top of one, they'll never know. Everybody's drinking hot chocolate. Just yours is a little special for the New Year's. Okay? So, gotta taste them for you. Alright, so I gotta taste them for you. Of course. I ain't burning up my mouth though. So I held on to my spoons. I ain't burning up my mouth, I promise you that. That's why I said it's okay, don't sweat the fact that it might sit for a little while because you want it to be cool. You want them to enjoy it. That's the peppermint. Nah. Handles ain't even really that hot no more. Okay. Tell me they don't look good. You know they look good. Maybe that spoon with chocolate on it don't look good, but the rest look good. Alright, so I'm an almond lover, so I'm going to go for that first. So good. I don't think I'm going to stand here and taste all of them for you. Maybe a little bit. And I definitely ain't drinking all of them. Not by myself. But it's very good. It's simple. It's easy. Because I did them all together, it might seem like a very long task. But it's not. Hot chocolate. And throw whatever you want in it. Bam. And you got an adult hot chocolate. I hope I don't have marshmallow on my lips. But either way, try this out. If you can. And you know what? When you do, let me know you did. Okay? Let me try the peppermint now. Nice and cool. Alright. Now this is going to be... I can't drink no more later. Ooh. I don't know if it's because of the fruit or what. You can really... Oh, yes, I do know what it is. That's rum, not vodka. Ray and nephew rum. That's good. Sit by the fireplace. Sip on some hot cocoa. Talk about 2015. Everything you've achieved. All the loved ones you've spent times with. Make plans to spend even more times with them next year. Make plans for even more great memories next year. Step into your greater level of success. Step into your greater you. And I'll be here again with another recipe for you to take into 2016 and 2016 and on. Stick with me. I'll stick with you. Thank you. You have a great new year. Big hug from me to you. And sip on some hot chocolate. Have a great time. Now, if you have to go to work tomorrow, slow down on the hot chocolate. Drink some hot chocolate on the weekend, okay? Or sit at the kiddie table and have theirs, okay? You have a wonderful time. Thank you for stopping by the Irie Kitchen. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Check me out on Facebook. Like, share, encourage, love, whatever it is you need to do. Thank you for stopping by the Irie Kitchen. You have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful New Year. Hugs, hugs, hugs to all of you.